last session,
Last session.
let me find where we are on the map real quick. We interacted with, if I can find us, we've got a big map. So we're
Oh,
trying to make
hold
our
on
way
one
to
second. I have to
Starfall.
restart voice mode.
Oh,
Keep
okay.
talking. I just won't be able to talk for the next like 3 minutes.
Yeah. So, we were in Mistvale. We went to the Fox Club, and
Oh,
it was a private guild for druids, hunters, etc. There were two bouncers. Uh, Test was to eat some mushrooms, identify them and whatnot. Josh was like, I got the time nor the energy for this. So he pretty much dimension doored it. And however, he's still sick with the many diseases that he's afflicted upon his body. So he still had cackling fever. And while he was in the Fox Club, he failed his Constitution saving throw, and now it was like permanently damaged for a moment, and just could not stop laughing. And the people were like, "All right, this guy's a complete whack job." So they tossed him out.
I don't know where they
However,
got that idea.
yeah. I
I don't
honestly
know,
don't know
dude.
why
Like,
we're still tolerating his presence to begin with, but it's just Josh, or Angel, I mean. So,
what?
however,
We're gonna
Angel, who
do this.
can't communicate at all, is like, "Hey guys, I'm really dying. I should have taken care of this disease earlier, but I decided to not to because of reasons." And so he handed me the Biden. However, I need a whole 8 hours to attune to, or no, 1 hour to attune to this. So we just kind of fumbled around. Josh was laughing uncontrollably, um, per his usual self. After an hour, we used the Joe Biden to hear him. However, because of terrible rolls where I rolled two nat ones in a row, we have Josh's staff got broken, the Joe Biden's, and but he's cured now of all of his diseases for now.
Joe Biden
Um,
finally got turned to dust. It was only
yeah.
a matter of time.
Well, yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm honestly surprised it lasted this long because of the amount of diseases that he's gotten.
It's more
So,
like a dementia door, you know?
yeah,
That should
the
be a spell,
dementia
dude.
door.
Dementia door, where you just make someone instantly have dementia. I would
And
spam
then a
that
door
so.
appears.
And then a door
Yeah.
appears. And
You
because they
can
have dementia, if they
you
don't
can
know where the door
always make up if you ever want to make a spell with the rules that I gave you.
is.
Do it.
Hmm.
Do it. It's not
Dementia door.
easy. Yeah, it's not easy.
Oh,
I think Ethan wants someone else to go through the pain.
well, I want to, Ethan. If you can send me one or two spells of what you've already done, I think I can probably make some spells
Yeah, I can
myself.
send you some.
Just because I need
You want
to
me
have
just to
like
send
a
that to
point
you
of
right now?
reference. Just send me, yeah, whenever. It doesn't really matter. I just want like one or two to point as reference, and then I think I can be easily able. And then tell me like how it actually resolves into the world or how it actually works, and then yeah, I think I can create some myself.
Yeah, so here's Fireball. So that's what and there's multiple ways to do things, right? So it's
Yeah.
not necessarily all the same thing. And here's Raise Undead.
Okay. Yeah, those two should help. They should be. I should be able to get from then on to get
Josh,
stuff.
do you want any examples, or are you just?
No, I'm good.
You know this guy. He's only here
I'm
in
just gonna
college
I'm just
because
gonna
of
freeball it whenever I
reasons.
try to make a spell.
Yeah, you're just
I
gonna
just
wing
want
it.
Give him Gemino's grand finale. See what he does with that.
The kamikaze bomber spell, yeah, the one
wait,
that,
really?
yeah,
Oh,
that's the spell.
I like that a lot, actually.
Yeah, I might give it to you. That's the most
That's very
dangerous
good.
thing I can do is actually give you a spell that just kills you.
I would actually probably use that. I'm
You
not gonna lie.
probably would.
All right. In the meantime, we are making our way from Mist Vale to uh Barrage.
Also, I
Erase.
just wanted to ask, can I be added back to the general chat now?
No.
It's
No.
been a while because of that
Yeah,
one thing I said.
No.
What happened?
What did I even say that I
You
got
said
removed?
the N word,
No,
and then I told you
didn't.
to stop, and then I think you posted. Wasn't it like
Okay, the
pseudo
N-word was a-
porn? I'm trying to
okay,
remember. Like
the N-word was a different time.
that was a
I've done
different
that.
time.
Crop
I'm
porn.
It was
not
a different-
inclined. I haven't seen a
Yeah.
big enough change in behavior
You
to
haven't
warrant
gotten
a.
into his good graces.
Do I
Yeah.
have to earn it back?
In all
No.
fairness, porn is
No.
funny.
In all fairness, guys,
Whoa. Maybe
before
John should be banned.
Yeah.
It's
I mean,
stupid.
it's not bad as long as it's cropped, okay? That's all I care about.
Oh, it's okay, cropped?
As
No.
long as it's only men, you know.
Yeah, and it's pixelated too, so it doesn't count.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Anyway, D&D, right?
Yeah, D&D.
Okay,
Oh,
that's why we're
that's
all
what we're
here,
talking
right?
about. What were you talking about?
Right? Yeah.
Something about
Anyway.
pigs.
Wait,
Okay.
I'm still talking about D&D.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm at a loss for words for a bit. Okay, anyway, so we're making our way to Starfall. From this
Making our way.
vale. So, do we want to stop at Garage, or should we just make a beeline for Starfall? Actually, you know what? I don't care anymore because Caleb is no longer our leader, and we're just gonna do it like I'm just gonna steamroll it and say we're gonna just skip Barrage and make our way to Starfall.
I don't care.
Because then
Yeah.
I need it. Once we get okay, so here's the plan. We're going to Starfall. We're gonna see what's up. Why should we nuke it? If not, we don't really care. We're not gonna help the other campaigns because of whatever. I mean, we have no allegiance to them, so it doesn't matter. And then we need to make our way back to Brasilia so that we can accomplish that assassination contract that we had from the Red Book.
The Red Murder Book.
The Red Murder Book. Yeah, the Red Testament. So, all right.
Oh yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So the thing is, what, Josh?
What, Josh?
I'm sorry. I just wanted to say, you remember how the Secret Bident made my spell thing go up like by 1?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Now
Because
that's
it's
broken.
it goes down.
It
Yeah.
goes down.
So it
Yeah.
goes from
Yeah.
19 to 18. Okay. I will edit that. Okay. Sorry, that's all.
All right. In the meantime, we're making our way from Mistvale to Starfall directly.
Okay. Sounds good.
So I'm guessing that's about a day's journey.
Yep.
Let's
Maybe.
go.
Roll a 100-sided dice.
Wait, can we? Is it a thing where we can encounter gay people in this? Is that an encounter at all, or is that not?
Is that
No.
an encounter? No. Do gay people exist? Yeah, probably.
Yes.
But
I mean,
it is medieval Europe. So like,
Yeah. They're probably going to be like killed on sight.
yeah,
Or,
the main
or
religion
whatever.
says that's a no-no.
Yeah. If you have enough money, then you can get away with it. But other than that, no.
Yeah.
Mm.
And you guys are in like the most conservative nation maybe in the entire world. So
You could become a lizard.
could become a lizard. I don't think
God.
lizards care.
Return to lizard kind.
Return to lizard.
Even though, all right, none of us are human. So,
I mean, Angel kind of is.
Why be conservative if you're not human?
anyway,
What a weird sentence.
Humans suck.
Paladin.
You know?
Paladin, do you want to roll the 100-sided die?
I did. I rolled a 19.
That's the worst one.
It's the gay encounter. No. Can that be 69? If you
No.
roll, if someone rolls a 69, can that be a gay encounter?
No.
No.
Oh.
Why do
Who
you
is the
want?
DM here?
Why do you
I don't
want?
know.
It's Ethan,
Why do you,
not you, Josh.
is there a reason why you want this?
No.
It's going to be a dark day when Josh becomes the DM.
It is going to be a dark day. We will literally die the first session, I think. That's my
It's going to
prediction.
be a very interesting day.
Wait, can I do that like for just one session?
No.
No.
What do you think I would do?
I swear, half the time our gameplay is just simply telling Josh no.
Josh is a, it's not even a loose cannon, a stray cannon.
Yeah.
Just like, it's pointing like at the flank of your other army, and you're like, what are you doing? Like, that's actively chaotic. Okay. So, there are no
19.
roads, which
Yeah,
would
so this is
perturb your travel. Except
Because of your
because you have a
amazing
ranger, and that you're able to find a kind of trodden farmhouse road that kind of weaves in between the hills of this place. And as the sun's sort of beating down on your guys' backs, there is this sort of kind of surreal sense that kind of washes over your party as you're going through the different hills. You just kind of take in nature and how beautiful it is, the buzzing of the bugs, the fluttering of birds, and things like that. And you guys are kind of taken aback. We'll make perception checks, all three of you.
I got a 6.
Okay. Nice.
It's going to be a 15 from me.
15, all right.
Wait a second. I'm going to re-roll that. Because I put S20, which might mean something else. 14.
14, great. All right, and with that, I'd like you guys to roll initiative as swooping from overhead, a shadow that just felt like it was a branch or from a passing tree, a massive griffin swoops down and grabs Hairchkin and picks him up and takes him off into the air. Yeah.
Not again!
What?
Yeah.
What is a gay griffin doing out here?
Yeah, so roll initiative and I'll get this. We'll get some music going.
I have 17 for initiative.
Go for it. And I'll share the map with you.
Yeah. Sweet.
Damn, this
Alrighty.
music is pretty sick, bro.
It's from Warhammer 40k. It's one of those games.
That's why it's okay.
Solomon with his affirmations.
You ever just like in a random church and a metal dude just says,
It's Morbid time.
Oh, I love that movie, bro. That's the best. I love it when he
I
said
made
that.
more $1 billion. Angel, what did you roll for initiative?
I got a 13.
Wow,
That's
a
super
decent,
high.
a
That's
decent
so
roll.
high. Yeah.
And you'll still be last, but
Yes, probably. All right, boys. Can I make a spell against gaze?
Spell against
No.
gaze. How would you detect that?
I don't know. Like,
Make an insight check.
And how do you stop the spell from hurting yourself?
Yeah.
well,
Does it affect bisexuals or no?
Right. Just like,
just
what's the ergonomics of this?
Yeah.
I'll figure that out later.
You'll feel.
Can't use the spell on himself.
All right, so we got Angel. That's a big angel.
I know, right?
Famous big boy Angel.
I don't know about that one, bro. I think he's pretty dude.
I honestly like how it's an eagle, and eagles always go after rabbit, and then. it
Well,
just gets
yeah,
them
so
to
many,
right
so
side
many
out.
natural predators just go after
Right.
you because it's like,
Yeah.
oh hey, it's that thing that I like, but it's massive.
Yeah, exactly. It's like
Me.
you score. Even better. Yeah, the downside of being a hearing god is your natural prey.
All right,
We gotta get the dog cam back on. So.
doggo.
Dog
Yeah.
cam. No, it's the cat cam.
Here we go.
Wait, does someone own a cat?
I wish, dude. Cats are awesome.
I don't.
Cats are awesome.
I have a cat.
Cat cam.
I go grab a
Whenever I
cat real
look
quick.
at that dog, I think of cat.
Go for it. Do I want to know what?
Going.
Please do not the cat. There we go. Angel got a 14. Hey, nice job, Josh.
With
A 13.
A 13? Oh, never mind.
Never mind. You failed this.
Never mind.
Yeah.
You wretch!
Instantly dies.
Useless. Oh, I got a 23, by the way.
Okay, nice.
Wow.
Oh, no. Stay. Oh, shit.
This font is so weird. Did anyone catch on what John rolled?
17.
17.
Oh, nice. What is your dexterity modifier? Because the Griffin also rolled 17.
So that's just my dexterity, right?
Yeah, just your dexterity.
Okay. That's my +4.
Okay. So you actually go first over the Griffin because you have slightly higher
Yeah.
dexterity.
And then,
Okay.
Ethan, am I restrained by this, or do I need to make like a grapple check?
You
to get
are
out of this plus, or-
grappled, but you'll do that on your turn.
Okay. Let me pull up what that looks like. What that debuff is.
And Angel's down here.
So if I contest that requires an action, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Okay. That's fine, I guess. And what would that be? A strength test or a athletics test?
What do you mean?
Like, in order to contest that grapple, what would that be?
You get to pick between strength or dexterity.
Oh, and that's a saving throw?
No, it's just a check. It's a contested check.
Okay.
It's weird.
Yeah. I guess I'll make a contested check.
Yep, make a
then.
contested.
Yeah. Alright, that's going to be an 18.
An 18. I want to have it roll real quick. Where the frick?
And so
I actually want to use my physical dice. So it has to roll above what you rolled.
Okay, so 19 or higher, pretty much.
Yeah.
Because I'm the one who's, I'm guess, kind of fighting against it, so attackers would typically win in that case.
Yes. Let me go grab my physical dice real quick. Go ahead and badmouth me while I'm gone.
Hey,
This guy sucks.
me when I take off my glasses.
He's wanting us to badmouth him so that he can watch the video later
Yeah.
and hear what we say about him.
Mm-hmm. But in reality, it's just me thinking about how to. I don't know if, like, am I taken up into the air, or is it just like swooping down and then have me and then I'm about to swoop up? I don't know.
Maybe it's like holding you down on the ground, like a teacher, you know?
Because
Could
for
be.
instance, when birds like fly down and they immediately snag their prey and go right up. So I don't know if that's the case or if it's just like swoop down that way, snag, and then keep going that way. But then, like, as soon as if I succeed in my grapple, am I going to fall to the ground? What's the distance between that?
I'm gonna try to use the flail for this fight too. Like, not just the flail.
Sorry, say that again, Josh.
Oh, I said I'm gonna try to use the flail for this fight too.
Yeah. Do you have the Apple AirPods, or are you using your computer's audio?
Me?
Yeah, you, Josh.
Oh, I'm not using any earbuds right now. You hear me?
Yeah, if you remember, because last time we were saying that your audio cuts in and out because of the quality and whatnot. So
Oh, they have the same problem.
Alright.
yeah.
Oh. Ethan,
What do you mean?
have you
Oh.
been able to hear me this whole time, or is my audio kind of having trouble?
No, I've been able to hear you.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, sometimes it sounds good, and other times it sounds like it cuts
Yeah,
out.
you should try to
Alright.
use headset or earbuds or something instead of your default microphone is kind of scuffed, but it's better today than it has been on some other days.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright.
Okay, it rolled a dirty 20.
Nice. Okay, so it succeeds, I guess.
Nice. So it's still holding on to you as you're just sort of like taking in what is happening to you.
Yeah.
You
So real quick, Ethan,
Yeah.
are we flying up or are we still going the level?
It's
Right.
flying up. It's like gaining altitude. So
Yeah.
currently you're 30 feet above the ground.
Okay. I mean, I
at-
can't really do much after using my action, so I guess for my bonus action, I'll
Yeah.
stealth. No, I'll probably just do my hunter's mark on it. So everyone
Okie dokie.
gets an additional D4 to try and hit this thing, and I can't really use my reaction for anything. I don't think.
You react by saying, "Ah, what the crap?
Not again.
Not again."
I hate it when this happens, bro.
Yeah.
Okie dokie, I'll just put that over here. Yeah. Bing Chiling. Alright, Saladin. You're walking along, with your bow staff kind of like pushing through the dirt haphazardly, and then you just hear and now a dark shadow is carrying off Erchkin and is now about 30 feet up and climbing quickly.
Wait a second. Let me see what I can do. If I can do something.
I'm pretty sure I can just cast Charm Monster.
So there's that weapon in Monster Hunter, right?
Okay.
Where you push off the ground.
Uh-huh.
You push off the ground and you fly up into the air with the momentum and you thwack something.
Yeah, the
Is that
insect glaive.
possible?
I don't
Yeah, the
think
insect
that's
glaive.
possible unless you have some
don't really
special
have the
ability.
jump. Yeah.
Although that is a cool item, I'm writing that down. Just
Yeah.
add the insect glaive.
Just add some Monster Hunter weapons. Those things are cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I think
gun
insect
and
glaive
big
is my
gun.
go-to.
Yeah, same.
Well,
Probably charm monster this thing, Josh. I mean, you gotta. You could actually. That probably would help.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to do that on my turn.
being a monk, I just don't really.
You don't have any range. That's the thing, because it's 30 feet in the air. You can't hit it.
So
You throw
let
something.
me
Just
let me
wait.
check something real quick.
Can't
You
you
change
do
your weapon choices.
real quick? Can't you
Throw
do health?
bar darts.
Oh yeah.
Just be. It's literally that. It's be Super Monkey from Balloon's Tower Defense. Just.
Yeah.
Wait a second. I don't have a ton of options, but
What's he doing?
I don't imagine I'm in a shadow.
Are
You
you
can't really shadow step up into the claws.
Yeah. Shadow step into the shadow cast by the dragon, which is between the dragon and the ground.
That's not how shadows work.
I'm being in it. I know. I know.
Just making sure.
The shadow is. Yeah, no. I was joking.
Water element.
Well-
and mine like floats up.
Yeah, water.
I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna move over
Okay.
2 spaces and forward 1 space. Over as into the right.
Okay.
Right 2, 1 up.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna apply patient defense to myself.
All right.
Just in case it's, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's what I'm gonna do for right now.
When
We'll
faced
see.
with weird situations or impossible odds, the best thing you can do is just take a deep breath and recenter yourself.
Yes.
Seems reasonable.
Find the light.
Okie dokie. I realized I never put in an arrow, so here's an arrow.
Yeah, they're high.
Okay, the griffin is going to spend the rest of its movement to fly up 60 feet more into the air. And at 90
Okay.
feet, it's going to use its action, and it's going to drop Hairchkin.
Oh. Okay, that's fine.
And as Angel, as you see Hairchkin drop, you remember that
Oh, wait, don't I get a
bestiary.
reaction?
Oh, you do get a reaction.
Okay, well I'm gonna use reaction as feather fall.
Great, yeah.
Cast that on myself. So
You remember somewhere, Angel, that like griffins dash their prey against rocks and then eat what's left over, but they don't expect the rabbit that they pick up just to stop
Yeah.
their descent. So
well, before I hit the ground, that is at least. If
right, yeah,
Yeah. I'm more of like the skydiving like thing, and then
yeah.
make sure and whatnot. But anyway, yeah. Glad I
Alright,
saved
great.
my reaction.
So you are safe, and
Yeah,
as
back on
you
the ground.
there's this slight like I don't know, you're a ranger, so it'd be like a natural wind kind of catches you and glides you down to the ground. And the griffin is still kind of circling above, and it's kind of peering down at you as it kind of
It
banks.
squawks.
Yeah, yeah, and this thing is very quiet as it flies around, and it's going to kind of pivot this direction a bit more.
Did
And let's have it cast a shadow, so you guys can kind of see.
Fair enough.
There you go. All right, Angel.
All right.
Oh, that's cool.
Let's go. Okay. Yeah, I'm just gonna do cutting words on it from here.
Cutting words. All right.
Um, in the demonic, I'm gonna say force cock ain't shit, and then
Okay.
that's a one. Dang it.
That's a 1. Either because of the distance between you and your foe, or maybe the intelligence of the creature. It doesn't really seem to understand you and seems kind of unscathed. First blood, though. Hey, first blood. First blood. Let's go.
All right.
Is this enemy considered a my thing? I can find it. Is this one of my favorite enemies that I have?
It is a monstrosity, yes.
Yeah. Okay. So then everyone gets a D6 instead of a D4. Right? Because you get a.
Yep.
I think you get. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna cast a monster now. And I have spell sniper, so all my lengths for my spells are all doubled, and I can ignore covered penalties completely. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do.
Yeah, but that's the range on spell attacks. So if you shoot like
Oh.
Cosmic Bolt or something.
Okay.
So what's the range on Charm Monster?
60 feet.
Okay, it is currently outside of your range, since it's
So-
it's 90 feet up in the air.
Attack, then.
One more time.
I said that only applies to spell attack, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna do lightning bolt, using signature spell at level 5.
No surprise. Lightning bolt.
Okay. What's the range on Lightning Bolt?
100. Wait, lightning bolt. Range it says stealth, so I don't know.
Right. It originates from yourself, and then it creates like a line.
Oh, it said 80 feet.
Okay. So
It's not
as you,
doubled because of your.
Yeah, this is spell attack, so it's double.
I don't think it's a spell attack though, because it's just area of effect. Let me read what Spell Sniper does.
Well, it's in like a straight line though.
Right.
Anything in that line.
Yeah. But I don't think so. A spell attack is where you fire a projectile and you roll to hit. So it's like one of Herchkin's arrows.
Yeah.
Oh. So basically, like we're all out of range right now. Then.
Well, I can hit it, but you guys can't because I have 120 range for my.
Yeah, the range of spell attacks you perform is doubled. Okay. Yeah, so that it would be out of range for your lightning bolt as well.
Sorry.
Wow.
So as you draw the circles, it's just within like you're comfortable with lightning bolt, but as you fire it, you realize that you're just short like 10 feet. And as the lightning kind of crawls up towards it, it just kind of ends and withers away before it actually hits the griffin.
Alright. So that is my actual attack.
That was your action, yes?
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay.
You've already used your bonus action and action, so.
Would you like to move?
Give it a -1 on the.
It does have a -1. I will keep that in mind. All right. Herchkin. Herchkin, the victim.
Can I? So this is still in the air, right?
Yep.
Can I stealth underneath the tree, or you'll still be able to shoot, or is that not
Yeah, you could do that.
Okay, I guess I'll use my bonus action to stealth.
You would have to
under the tree.
spend 5 feet of movement to get under a tree, but
Yeah, that's fine. Then move 5 movement over. I thought I was close enough, but yeah, that's fine. Just move 1 foot or 1 movement speed. All right,
Mhm.
and then I'll stealth. That's going to be a 22 for stealth.
okie dokie. You feel pretty comfortable that the beast is not able to see you.
Okay, well, and I will roll to attack then.
Hey guys, I just figured out something cool I can do. It's called Cloud Ride.
Yeah, nice. But it's not your turn yet. Okay. Does
Wow, brutal.
30. Looking for who asked.
Wow, bro.
On this game. There's a 32 hit.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
I even
No,
asked.
wait, I get a.
Why does he ask? I don't think there's ever been a creature in the entire game that has an AC of
Always, like instead of like
34.
I gotta do it with rest, like hit, and that's it.
Garrett's feeding us to the fan. Yeah, roll for damage, Sam.
Yeah. All right. For the words that I say in order to snipe this creature out of there is not today, Satan. All right. So for my
Satan,
first
a
attack,
mythological character in this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Not today, you little flying devil. How about that?
There you
that
go.
Sounds better. All right. So 22 for the first attack,
Okay.
and it's only if I roll a nat 20, pretty much.
Yeah, so 22.
Alright, so yeah, that next attack hits. For that second attack, it does 17.
Okay.
And then for this third attack, I'm gonna call this a sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter!
Alright, that's gonna be a 24. That still hits.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
My word, bro.
And then that does 36. So that does
22, 17, 36.
yeah. That's a total of a lot of damage.
What the heck is that?
75 total.
Alright. So it is bloodied as you fire these 3 arrows. One hits it right in the kind of rotary cuff of its wing, and you can see it kind of dip out of the sky momentarily before regaining some altitude. Another one hits it right in its sternum, and the last arrow shoots it in the side of its eye, just like right through its skull. And it's still battered and still flying and alive, but
Nice.
maybe not for much longer.
Okay.
Saladin.
I think I'm gonna move under the tree next to Hairchkin.
Okay.
In fact, right in that, I'm gonna move to that space right above. I think.
Right above him, okay.
Yeah. And you know what?
I'm gonna start biting the tree.
Just to be safe, I'll cast another patient defense for a key point.
Yep. Sounds good.
And that's my turn.
However,
Okay.
Get an insight glade.
The griffin is going to shriek and howl, going to climb another 60 feet up into the air, and is going to bank and turn away from you guys and start drifting away.
Okay.
A true Monster Hunter
How
moment.
high is this right now?
Let's see. So it was 90 feet before, and then it's another 60 feet.
Is that 150?
Yeah, it's at 150.
Okay. That's his action.
That's its movement.
A movement, I mean, yeah. Gonna dash away.
Yeah, I think it's gonna dash. So it's gonna move another 60 feet and kind of coast off at this higher altitudes this way.
Okay.
That's about 60 feet. And it's clearly abandoning the hunt. It did not expect its prey to bite back so viciously,
Yeah.
and it clearly has different priorities. Angel,
Okay.
what do you got?
how far away is it now?
Let's see.
Let's see. Yeah, 190. No, 210. Because you said another 60 feet from the 150. So it's 210.
Well, that's
feet
not
away.
more up. That's 60 feet away. So it's at the same altitude.
Oh, okay. So it's still 100. Well. So how? I mean, it's.
Yeah. So it's not. It's 150 feet up in the air.
Yeah. About like 75, 90 feet away.
Yeah.
You don't really have anything that far, do you, Angel?
I don't have
I mean,
anything
I can still
Yeah.
shoot it from my distance, but I
Okay,
would just
so
have
do we all want to kill this
disadvantage.
thing, or do we just want to leave it alone? Because I can get us there. I think we all want to kill this right now.
I don't care.
Okay. Um,
I don't care. It's just an open invitation.
Yeah, go for it. Your turn, so use your cloud walk and zoom after it or something.
Well, let me see. Okay, so if I cast Cloud Ride, all of us can get on the cloud and then go after it.
Yeah, you would have to dash over to us in order for us to be on it.
I mean, that's within my movement. I can just move there.
Okay.
Yeah, you can move
I
over.
guess
So you
Yeah,
move
I'll
over
move
to
over.
Hairchin?
the both
yes,
of us. I
I'm
guess.
casting Cloud Ride.
Okay. So the morning dew of all the different grass around you evaporates and condenses into a Goku-style fluffy cloud that Angel jumps on, and it maintains his weight. Do they have to jump on their turn?
I mean,
I don't know.
Well, it's just one jump. Like you're moving like 5. Well, I don't know.
What does Cloud Ride do?
I'm trying to find it.
What
That
are
holds
these?
50 pounds of weight and has a fly speed of like 50 feet. And the spell's range is 5 foot, so
Alright, you open a container of water and cast a spell. This cloud spell has a fly speed of 50 feet and can carry up to 250 pounds. Moves according to your spoken direction so long as you are on top of this cloud. Yeah, it's doesn't really give it's a 5-foot radius cloud.
So that means you can only. So
One person.
yeah, creatures can only take up a 5-foot square.
Yeah.
If you cast it at
Unless
a
you
higher
direct
level,
it-
you can make a bigger cloud that can hold more people.
Yeah. If you did it at level 5,
Oh, well,
you could fit
that's
me
at
on.
level 5. I'm not looking at it.
Yeah, you can have a 2-passenger cloud at level 5.
Alright, I'll just do that then.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Since it takes
Oh.
up another square. Do you want to? You can pick who you want to be your second passenger.
Probably
I can. Yeah, I
Because-
can. I've.
Paladin got melee stuff. Me and Harrison have long range.
I didn't understand a word you just said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is what I was saying, where his audio kind of cuts in and out. So
Okay.
it's
I said I'd rather have Airskin as the second passenger because the Paladin only has melee stuff, and me and Airskin are the long range.
Crocodile tears.
okay.
I'm sorry,
Well,
buddy.
try yourself a puddle, build a bridge, and get over it. Okay.
All right, let's go.
Lizards don't cry.
I woke up being annoyed. I don't know why. I'm sorry, guys.
All right, and you two.
Zoom off.
There is this. It literally makes like the sound as it goes up.
Nice. And it has a fly speed of 50 feet, so you
Yeah.
can command it to go chasing after it.
Yes, let's go after Griffin then.
So you guys are now. Let me get back to it. You guys are now 50 feet up in the air on a little cloud.
Okay. So
Is
it's
there-
what 100. Then if we're up in the air and it's 150 feet in the air, that means we're like 100 feet in the air away from it, correct? Ish.
Yeah.
Or take.
I
Okay.
mean, the prize is that far up, but then I can make it move further, right? Or is that on my next turn?
I think it's gonna be on your next turn because you just
Yeah.
summoned it.
All right.
Let's go.
Look at him on their little cloud. Oh, also, you are concentrating on that. The
Yeah.
the vein on the side of your temple.
Angel's got that vein, bro.
Got that vein.
Any.
All right, Hareskin. This thing is teetering and flapping away from you.
Alright, well, I'll roll to attack.
Okay.
That's gonna be a 28 to hit.
Okay. Yeah, that hits.
That hits. All right. I'll roll for damage. Oof. Rolled 2 nat 1s. That's rough. So that's gonna be 9 for the first attack.
2 nat 1s. Dang. 34 points of damage.
yeah.
Just one shot to Griffin.
Yeah.
Yeah, you shoot it right in its back, and it falters again another 5 feet out of the air.
All right. I'm gonna call this next one a sharpshooter attack for my second attack.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. That's is a 19 hit?
That does hit, yes.
Okay. So that's 24, and then for my third and final attack.
You don't need a third and final attack, because with this 24, you see the griffin's wings have slowed down significantly as it's dragging itself across the air, and this second shot puts it out of its misery as it just goes limp and just nose dives out of the air, feathers falling out after it, and it crashes in a tree, just sprawled out.
Okay.
Fire a third time.
Keeps on shooting the griffin.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Without letting you get away. Alright. So I guess we'll touch down towards it. Or I'll ask Angel to touch down towards it.
Yep. So is this out of combat now?
Yeah.
Technically? All right.
Probably, yeah.
So I'm just gonna go down with the cloud to where the griffin went down.
Mhm.
And I'll wave over for Saladin to come get us, because he probably is witnessing all this and watches as it like plummets from the air.
Yeah.
Okay. And then the three of us walk towards this
All right.
thing.
Right.
You walk up, you kind of climb the hill, and you kind of walk past the cliff face of it, and the griffin is sprawled out in the arms of this 30-foot tall oak tree.
Okay.
And just looking up at it, there's already like kind of morsels of meat kind of dangling from the limbs, and all kinds of different weird, gross sanguine fluid is kind of dripping out of this tree.
Yeah.
Of the tree or of the griffin?
From the tree. Out of the griffin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It died, and then its body kind of got impaled on the tree.
Nice.
That's actually
So
cool.
I'm gonna turn to Angel and remember that he's got that bestiary, and I'll ask him if there's anything interesting that we can anything interesting that we can find from
Mhm.
these griffins.
Okay.
I got you.
Make a nature check with advantage, since you have the book.
The book.
Le book.
That is a 12.
That is a 12. Okay. You are disheartened, as one of the first things in the Griffin Codex is griffins have been proved to be quite tameable
Endangered
and
species?
can
Oh.
be domesticated if properly trained.
Damn.
You're like, aw.
Shouldn't have tried to eat me then.
Come on,
That's what I
guys.
say. Well, Angel's reading this out. I'm like, well, it shouldn't have eaten me then.
Griffin feathers have been the garb of House Greyguard ever since the Third Age. It's kind of like a rare commodity to have like a cape out of griffin feathers, and it's nice high fashion in Versilia.
Any question mark?
The talons have high ceremonial value amongst the Shivan people down south, and can be sold for a decent amount.
Josh.
But most importantly, griffins often have dens, or whenever they kill their prey or traveling people, they take anything shiny and bring it back to their den.
Okay.
Ooh.
So if you find a griffin in its lair, you can often find gold or similar glittering treasures in their secret stockade.
Sweet.
Hmm.
Is there any way that we can track back to its lair where it came from?
No.
If it goes to and if it goes to and from there like so often every single day,
Well,
then it's
you
gonna be
should
like
check to see
sometime
if it says check to see if the bestiary has like a range, like how like is it like a 1 mile radius for their dens that they go hunting, or is it something that
yeah.
okay, does it have any information like that, Ethan, or is it just
The
say, like,
with the
dens
12
have-
with the 12 to the nature check, it just says that they make their dens in hilly/mountainous regions nearby plains.
Okay.
So they like finding a high point that's near a flatter biome.
Yeah.
That's all you can really gather.
That's
make
fine.
it-
All right.
Then?
I say we split up and look for this guy's den.
All right. Let's go.
So
Holler if another one comes, because
Yeah.
it might have a mate, and if so, that'll be a problem.
Yeah. Also,
So, all right.
can we check on the gender of what this one was?
Sure, make a medicine check. As you climb up into the tree, you
Yeah.
kind of have to like
I got a nat 1.
got a nat one.
gonna
Yeah, you Sigmund Freud an eel, and you pull out a pair of scissors and like a saw, and you cut this thing open. You're like, and you're like
I have
looking
no
for
idea.
anything, and you don't know how griffin or even bird biology
Anatomy
works.
works.
And
Yeah.
and also you're dangling from a tree while you're doing this, so you don't make the most exact incisions. And you just sort of
Alright.
mangle up the body, and you conclude that
You have no idea.
you can't find anything.
You-
This is a
you
rare
begin cutting into the
genderless griffin.
Yeah.
You begin cutting into the griffin, only to realize you've been cutting into the tree this whole time.
Yeah. Alright.
Oh wait,
gonna
okay.
cut
I'm
him
gonna
up.
cut off all of its like hands/paws, and I'm just gonna put them in my
It's
bed.
talon. Oh my.
No,
Yeah, it
no,
has-
it's not like removing its claws, but like the whole hand. just
Yeah,
gonna.
it has talons.
Yeah.
Dude, oh my. You know how birds work? Have
Pick
you ever
talons
seen a
up
bird?
later, bro. Chill out, dude.
What? They have talons. Like up to here is like a talon.
Birds
So,
Yeah.
aren't real.
yeah. But
Well,
government drones
they
out
have
there.
talons and then they have paws. So
Yeah,
they
they
have
have back
bird
paws in their
claws
back.
and then
Yeah,
bear or a lion back paws.
lion paws in the back.
I'm
The
just cutting off
forelegs are
hands.
paws, I believe. So, anyway, all right. I guess I'll climb up and start defeathering the griffin.
All right,
Yep.
I'm gonna add that to my inventory.
Want me to make a medicine check for that as well, Ethan?
Yeah,
Or
just to see like if you damage
I
any
get?
of them, just to kind of
Oh,
get
okay.
how good of the quantity of quality feathers you can get. By the way, a really lame math rock album. Quantity of quality feathers.
Yes.
Yeah, that's going to be an
You don't
8,
need the
pretty
feathers.
low.
It's big in the prog rock scene. What'd you roll?
An 8.
An 8?
Sadly. Yeah, not
You're
very
able
good,
to
but
get a good tuft of feathers, about like 18 feathers. It's enough for like a headdress or something, but it's not cape worthy. You could use it maybe to make a couple neat arrows.
yeah. We'll
That's cool.
see about. Even though I don't really need more accuracy, I need damage, not accuracy. What are they gonna do for me? Make it more accurate? I already have accuracy. Okay, but I'll add that to my inventory. Miscellaneous stuff.
Oh, his boss found him playing D&D at work.
Yeah. Understandable.
Dang, bro.
All right.
Understandable. Have day.
So how big is this tree that we're climbing? Is this like the toppest tree, or is this like amongst the other trees that?
There's a couple other trees nearby that are about the same height.
I'm just thinking I'll try and climb like the biggest tree and then gaze and see if I can find a den or anything like that, or a mountain.
Are you guys splitting up looking for the den?
Yeah, I think us splitting up, and then holler if we find another one, or holler if you find the den. So my process is climb a tree or climb any highest location and survey around the area. But you guys can search it however way method you know of.
All right.
Oh, then you can sniff it out.
Yeah, so we're gonna have a group skill challenge here. Have we done this a couple times before? So each one of you is going to make a different skill check individually to try to find this place's den, and with depending on your guys' success, we'll get different results.
Okay.
So none of you can use the same method for trying to find the den as another person.
So yeah, I mean, I'm gonna just climb up to the top as
great
and try and survey.
Yeah, make a perception check.
Alan, you can like try and sniff it out, see if you can smell the dank, something, and or something. I don't know. You know lizard biology better than I do. That's gonna be a dirty 20 from me for my perception.
Okay. Great. I'll hold off on the results until I hear everyone else's stuff.
Method.
How do you two plan on trying to find this den?
I'm gonna use the same cloud that I used earlier and just move on that, because the duration is 1 hour and it obviously has not been a whole hour yet.
Okay.
So you'll just kind of float around looking for it from above.
Yes,
okay. Yeah. Make a survival check.
Me? All right. Ooh. Let me check. Okay. And survival is like
under wisdom.
Oh, kind of like tracking. Okay, that's
Survival and tracking are the same skill.
I got a 19.
19. Okay.
Yep.
And Saladin, how do you plan on?
Wait a second. I'm gonna basically search in the direction of high ground. In a sense, if you look at the general map of Keldon,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna move towards, I would say, so we're between Mistvale and Starfall, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Somewhere in that
went
direction.
off road. We're just making a beeline.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna head a little bit to the east just to scout out, because I see what looks to be mountains beyond a terrace, and I'm wondering whether the elevation gets higher between here
Okay.
and terrace. So I'm just
Nice.
gonna check out some of the what might be elevation from what I know
Yeah.
of the map.
Make a nature check with advantage.
Okay.
Since
What
you are
is a
using
nature
the map.
check again?
That is intelligence.
At advantage, I roll 2.
Yep.
Yep.
It's like disadvantage, but opposite.
So just roll 2d20s,
Intelligence.
whatever's the highest. Add your.
Okay. $18.
18. Okay. You guys, all of you rolled really high. And I just like to, as DM, applaud you for the creative
Yeah,
solutions that you
Josh's
guys came up with this.
highest roll Josh has ever gotten.
All three of you kind of end up traveling the same direction, and after a couple hours of the process of elimination, Angel flying about and scanning for high points, Hairchkin, I imagine that you move from tree to tree every once in a while just to get a
Yeah.
new vantage point.
Kind of like just hopping up in between like the limbs because of my.
Yeah. And
Right.
Saladin pops open a compass and is nose deep in a map as he kind of checks out the typography of this place. You find you kind of triangulate down on kind of the perfect spot for where a griffin den should be. It is a large plateau that just kind of emerges from the surrounding forested area. And on it there is this rocky overhang, and it's like a cave kind of cut into the side of the plateau. And as you guys see it, you're like, if there's going to be a griffin's den anywhere, it's probably that. So you guys meet at the bottom. Angel, your cloud kind of dies out like 30 minutes before you meet this place. And you guys meet at the bottom of this plateau looking up. The cave is about 80 feet up above you right now. And it's sort of
Dimension
leering
door?
down at you. You want a dimension door?
No.
The quiet,
Okay, who can
no.
climb the easiest here? Because I know it's not me.
What?
I said, who can climb the easiest here? Because I know it's not me.
Yeah, you and your noodle arm. I mean, that would just be like a acrobatics check, right, to climb up this.
Would it?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Like,
Since
what skill set
since
would
it's
that
more of
be?
like a sheer cliff and you would need rock climbing equipment, it would be athletics. Acrobatics
Oh,
is
so
more
we-
jumping
I-
from one thing to another. If it's like
have an
sheer
Ethan, I have a mountain climbing kit.
right. Yeah, the mountain climbing kit makes this possible. But it would still be athletics to physically pull yourself up a rope like that.
Okay. And how high did you say it was?
80 feet.
80 feet. Okay. I guess I'll just climb that.
Alright, yeah,
and
make an
hop
athletics
rope
check.
down.
If you were scared of heights before, you're not now, since this is
Well,
not even as
I've
tall
not-
as
Yeah.
that poor griffin. It's like, ooh, rabbit. Rabbit has machine gun. Oh.
Yeah. All right. Well, I failed that. I rolled in that one, so that's gonna be
Okay.
a 3.
Awesome. As you to kind of rappel up there, you need to have some kind of hook, like an ice pick stuck into the rock. So as you kind of rear back your arm and you throw the ice pick up into the mouth of the cave, the rope kind of unwinding and coiling after it. It does enter the mouth of the cave, but it soars past it and you've effectively thrown your mountain climbing kit up onto the ledge.
Yeah. Great. Well,
Okay.
Josh, you could also just dimension door up there, or
That's what I'm
actually,
doing. But I want to take one of y'all with me. So who's like the worst at climbing right now? So I can take one of y'all.
Are there trees around us
Yeah.
that cast shadows?
Yeah, it's midday, so there's large pools of shadow around all these
Am
forested
I
area.
able to step into the cave?
What is the
Is it
range
too
on
far?
you
60
stepping?
feet. But if he steps up into a tree that's at least like 20 feet high, then he could shadow step from the tree into the cave.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah, you can do that. So
Okay,
make
then
an
Yeah.
acrobatics check to climb a tree, and then
Okay.
you can shadow
Is it
step.
acrobatics is strength, right?
That's
Or
dexterity.
that
under
dexterity.
dexterity.
Cool. Seven.
7. You ungraciously or ungracefully fall out of the tree. And land on your butt.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that sort of embarrassment kind of makes you wonder: is it even worth it? You kind of are defeated a little bit
Well,
in trying to climb up the tree.
can't he technically shadow step into the shade of the tree and then shadow step from the tree to the cave as well?
Technically.
You do that instead. You're just
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
You're like, yeah. You're like, I'm supposed to be in the water, and I'm in
Right.
the air.
So then I'll just dimension door me and Hairskin up there then. And so now all three of us are at the cave entrance.
all right? Fantastic. With
And I will retrieve my mountain climbing gear.
like the sound of sizzling bacon, there's that snapping sound of Angel's Dimension Door. And right next to you, Saladin, you sit there waiting for them as they Dimension Door back. The smell of sulfur and burnt fur. Hairchicken, you pat out part of your arm that was ignited in the travel. And you scoop up your mountain climbing kit that's neatly wound up on the edge there.
Yeah.
Alright.
Behind you, it is actually, it's not like a deep tunnel system, it's just sort of an alcove. And peering in, you can see a small pool of water, which is surrounded by this thick nest of thorns, sticks, and brush. There's like full-on tree limbs that have been shoved into this circular nest.
Are there any eggs?
Ooh, I want a griffin.
You peer in, and there are 3 dainty, kind of slightly wet white eggs.
I mean, we have the bestiaries, so if we got all 3 of them, then we could each have one, and then we could each care for it, right? Technically.
Eventually.
Okay. Alright,
Is there anything else in this cave, or do we need to make a perception check for that as well?
Make a perception check.
alright.
Or
Wow, I
would
got
that be an investigation, actually?
Oh yeah, that would be an investigation. Sorry, investigation.
Yeah. We're checking out the cave. That's going to
I
be a
got
9
four
for
of
me.
them.
We're all collectively
Okay,
looking
yep.
through this.
Hairchicken rolled a 9. What'd you
Josh,
roll,
what
Angel?
did you roll?
I rolled a 6.
6. Okay. Saladin, what did you get?
6.
6.
6. Nice.
Not very much.
Well, you do, at the very back of the cave, there is this alcove that has all sorts of talon scratches. It's been kind of dug out from the surrounding rock. And inside it, you find a smattering of things that kind of dance in the sunlight creeping in. You realize that a griffin's definition of valuable things is different than yours, as you find flint arrows that kind of dazzle in the sunlight. You find just shiny like blue aquamarine pebbles. You find a city guard's helmet that's been kind of beat up and left here. You find a couple of knives, some belt buckles, buttons, a children's toy that's kind of been ripped up. The seams have been burst and there's like cotton spilling out of it. And also a large kind of golden bell that's like the size of two of your hands, like this big.
Okay.
Hmm.
So nothing really much of value.
That's what you see.
At least. Do you want to magic sight and see if anything up here is magical, Josh?
Let me check. All right. I'm using Black Birthright to cast Detect Magic on the... Yeah.
Okay. The eggs in the nest have a slight magical hue to them, since they are the eggs of a magical creature, but none of the glittering belongings are magical.
Fair enough. All right, well, do you want to check the bestiary again and see if there's anything about griffin eggs?
Yep. So Angel, I'm gonna open up the book and scan for anything else about griffins that we want to know.
Yeah. Make another nature check with advantage.
All right, that is a 16.
Okay, 16. So, griffins have a very similar life cycle to that of birds, where they're eggs, then they become hatchlings, yolks, and then they grow up to being full-fledged animals. It does say that often the mother would take care of and feed the hatchlings. A griffling hatchling is basically defenseless and can't like feed itself. And eggs to hatch require a source of heat to incubate and eventually mature. Once they've kind of become little oxlings and they're no longer hatchlings, it's common for baby griffins to fight each other. And normally that's what kind of causes them leaving the nest is all the different kids either fight and kill each other or leave. And then that's sort of how the cycle goes.
I see.
You do get a blurb on their diet on each individual cycle of life. They eat worms, like seeds and other herbs and stuff, just random plants, until eventually they grow up and start eating meat. They also eat tree bark. They need tree bark to digest food. That's what helps them eat some of the more tougher, weirder things that they eat.
Okay.
Okay.
Does it give any information on how often they should eat, or just general stuff?
No, just kind of general stuff. It is a compendium on all the different magical beasts catalog, and it has broad paintbrush strokes on all the monsters. If you want to find something more specific, if you were to speak with someone who has like experience taming griffins, that'd be probably more helpful. Since this guy, the person who wrote this is just like spends maybe like a week researching a thing and then moves on to the next creature. It's not much first-hand experience from this particular scholar.
Well, and how big are the eggs again?
They're actually pretty massive. They're like the size of... They're bigger than basketballs. Like that big.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
If I put like one of them in my bag, is that gonna like smash the egg up? Like if we move?
Yeah, and you would be encumbered. It would slow you down.
We need like a safe house kind of thing.
You mean a bag of holding?
Yeah.
Maybe a portable hole.
Yeah.
Oh, but that's in Kale's inventory.
Kale has that, yeah.
Dang.
And he got
Ah,
Thanos.
Yep.
Well, what do you guys think?
Well,
Is it omelet time, or are we taking these?
uh,
could I have mine
I
over
don't know.
easy?
Paladin, you want to eat them? Yeah, you're a lizard, so
I
you eat
am a
eggs.
lizard. I could just
Oh,
pick
that's
one
right.
up, crack
Just-
it open, and start slurping. How about I
Yeah,
do
like
that?
you
I'm
like the
gonna do
beer
that.
bottle, like crack
Yeah.
it.
You want to do that?
Shotgun an egg.
Yeah,
Just
shotgun
crack,
in the egg.
and then crack up top.
Not good.
Okay. I don't think you'll really be able to do that since of how heavy these things are. But you are able to, with a claw, you
Yeah.
reach up and punch through the outer shell of it, kind of breaking the mucousy inner yolk.
I'm like, thank the platinum light.
Mhm.
You know.
And
Thinking
this
I
warm,
sort of turn away
viscous
a bit
fluid
disgusted by this, but
you gulp down. It has a very pleasant taste to it. It's very salty,
Yeah.
which you didn't expect, and it kind of has that it's like has a rock salt taste to it.
Okay.
Um,
Okay. So it's a little bit savory.
It becomes increasingly clear that this one is not fertilized and is just kind of a dud. But you knock back half of it, and now you are full. That's a full on
I'm
meal.
good. I
Yeah.
hand it to Angel. Just like
Um,
eat.
do the same thing as well.
Okay, yeah. It tastes like bone broth, like salty egg bone broth.
Nice.
And you are also now fed for the entire day as you finish it off. Dropping the shell leaves an empty clattering sound as it rolls around, eventually stabilizing.
Now, how can we tell if the other eggs are fertilized or not? By like
we
breaking
have
them?
to open them up. See,
Well, is there room to carry these like between all of us? Like because we now have 2 of these eggs. Because I'm thinking we could sell
No.
them in the nearest town or something.
I mean,
Because who?
I'm guessing if we move them, they'll either break open in our stuff or they will be dead by the time that we move on. Because they need like a warm environment.
If we held them the whole time instead of actually just putting them in our bag, we can make a lot of money in the
How
next
exactly do you plan on us getting down while holding these eggs?
dimension door, bro.
You you need both hands for that.
I can cast dimension door and then quickly pick up the egg.
The egg would count as your +1. That would count as another
Yeah.
creature that you could bring.
Well, in that case, you guys could just jump onto the tree and slide down, right?
No. But I could get down from here pretty easily. I could just jump and then feather fall myself. Well, actually, no. I can feather fall all of us.
Pretty sure Saladin can also feather fall as a key point.
I can. I
Yeah.
can.
You can
Alright,
just
well-
not.
I'm gonna grab one of the eggs and dimension door down.
Okay, which egg are you grabbing?
Um,
Do you have a preference?
I-
They look pretty similar.
well, I guess I kind of picked the one that like looks the most full.
How
I
are
guess-
you?
But,
Are you like
half
picking
it-
them both up and whichever one's the heaviest?
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Okay, yeah. One's heavier than the other. One's got a bit more heft. You pick that one.
All right.
Great. And muttering under your breath, there is that firecracker sizzling snap, and you appear at the bottom with this egg cradled in your arms.
I guess I'll take the other egg and then feather fall the both of us.
Yep. Hairchkin, this egg is pretty big. It like covers up your eyes. It like comes up to eye level as you carry it. Your ears
Yeah.
just poking out from it. And so the legend of the Easter Bunny is born as you We leap off, and you feather fall and slowly spin down, landed on your feet.
Oh, I didn't even think about that, but yeah,
That's so funny, bro.
Cannon.
it's canon.
Canon event, dude.
Cannon
Yep.
event.
We'll take it. Yep.
Easter Bunny, hair
All
skin.
And as you guys get down, Saladin's there waiting for you in the shade of a tree.
We'll make our way to Summer or Starfall. I mean,
Yep.
You go to Starfall, great. Hairchkin, can you roll a d12?
sure. Just a D12, nothing
Yeah.
of. A 9.
9, okay. And with that, you guys can see Starfall on the horizon. You guys kind of push through the brush, separating some of the branches in your way, and you step out onto the cobblestone road. This kind of white bricked, bleach washed road that leads all the way up to Starfall, a booming city which is clearly occupied by some sort of militaristic force, as there are banners everywhere, these crimson red banners with the emblem of a gauntleted fist holding a lightning bolt. There are paintings and pictures and graffiti, all of this one guy, this smiling blonde man in plate mail, and it has clear war propaganda where it's like, that sort of like loose lips sink ships type propaganda to it. And everywhere you look, there's a military camp over there. There's military camps over there. There's an incredible city guard presence. You've never seen so many people on the walls. There's no pacing on the walls. There's someone stationed, then there's 6 feet and someone stationed, and it's just that all the way across this massive city. And you also see past it the sparkling lake that this thing is based on. And past that, just kind of silhouetted, blanketed in fog due to the distance, you see the mountain ranges of some other land across the lake, just kind of beyond your range of sight.
Okay.
Let's go in. Yeah.
All right, Hokidori. There is a massive line into the city, and as you guys watch, the caravans and various families that enter the city are all searched, patted down, and ushered through by a unit of 20 guards. It's like a car wash almost. You step up, they take a thing, they rifle through it. You step to the next person, they take your boots, they go through it, until eventually you come out the other side and they return all your things.
Oh boy.
How am I gonna get past this?
I'm not gonna have any problem. You're gonna have the problem, Angel.
Dang. I could just wait. Okay, how far is it from the very entrance to like the inside of like the actual city?
So like from where you are now, you can see them searching people like 500 feet away.
So like once we reach like them searching people, so like once they start searching, like how far is it from the gateway to like the inside?
What's the dimension door?
It's 60 feet. It's like TSA.
Okay, I can do that.
I don't know how this man is let back into the States, but
Okay, after about 2 hours of waiting in line, Angel, you can feel your skin begin to purple from the sun, and you guys are eventually up next. The old man in front of you is wheeling in his cart full of potatoes, cabbages, and carrots, and the guards are quickly sorting through it, and it'll only be a matter of minutes before you guys are up next.
Okay, I give my egg to Saladin, and then I just cast Dimension Door. It's
Okay, dimension door inside. Great.
as far away as possible from the main entrance, like just whichever direction that is.
there's this hideous sizzling snap sound, and you appear on the other side of the wall. To the surprise of the large crowd that is still kind of bustling out from the place. Over above you, there are massive shop windows leering down at you. The shadows of the wall kind of paint this long, kind of rectangular box around you. The waving of flags kind of batters your face, and you are shoulder to shoulder with people in this crowd.
Okay.
For you guys on the outside, all the guards kind of heads turn and they look at the wisp of smoke of where Angel was. Excuse me, what was that?
Who did he ask that, or did he just say that in general?
It's just one of them shout, like, speaking to your group and, like, the next two groups as well. Kind of, like, asking the people at the front of the line.
Oh, man.
I don't say anything.
I shrug my shoulders.
Okay, his eyes kind of like, it's a man in his like 40s. You can kind of see from the weird tufts of hair coming out from the sides of his helmet that he's beginning to like bald. His airline is thinning a little bit, and he has these gray eyes that like meticulously comb through the crowd, and his eyes sort of settle on Herchkin and Saladin there as curious characters from this crowd. And as he waves through the old man with his carriage, he stops you guys. And other guards move and begin to pat you guys down to take your satchels and rummage through it. And as they search you, he stands there with his clipboard, but then he sets the clipboard aside and crosses his arms, saying, "So, hey, what kind of business do you have in Starfall here?"
We're just interested in buying and selling at this fine city.
Yes.
You have any wares in particular that you people are looking for?
We stumbled upon a griffin's nest and
Yes.
found some. Killed a griffin, brought some of its feathers and some of its eggs. So
It's a
just
good
to see
source
if
of
anyone
protein.
has. Saladin interrupts.
Saladin is
Good
good.
source of protein.
It's good
As
protein.
I'm trying to talk with this guard, yeah, I guess that's two, but we're mainly just interested in either selling these and, yeah, we're just adventurers passing through the area.
Make a persuasion check.
Great, my persuasion sucks, but
Lying.
Uh-oh. Got my D&D notes back.
oh, nice, an 18.
At 18, as you say,
His
adventurers, like, comprehension dawns upon his face. And as people hand back your satchels to you, he says, that makes a bit more sense. Yeah, go on through. And you guys are waved through, and you are pushed into the large crowd that's kind of moseying its way through the city. And you can see the silhouette and horns of Angel about 80 feet in front of you.
Okay.
All right.
Fun.
So I just wait for them to get over to me, and then we just meet up over there.
All right.
Where do we wanna go over here?
So I guess we'll make a general investigation to check out the city and see what we can find.
Yeah,
All
make
right.
an investigation check.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay.
I'll be looking for things that we could sell the eggs or something like a hunter/ranger area.
Angel's looking for weird
17.
growth and a
Oh,
place.
we all rolled really nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. So, what is each person looking for in particular? You're looking for ranger.
and to
stuff.
sell like a hunter's place or like I recall that one place that had like dragons and like a dragon map and like all that stuff. So anything that's similar to that, but for animal or exotic animal stuff, or rangers or and a tavern if that's too much.
Gosh, okay,
Or,
I'll
like,
see what
those
I can do.
Or no, how about just those two things? That's fine.
Okay. Those two
Alright.
things being...
Like ranger stuff that would be appealing to me, and anything to sell with these eggs or find more information about.
Gotcha. Okay, yep, sounds good. So with your check,
Which is a 19. So.
which is a 19, you realize just how much of the city is just dedicated to populace. There's a lot of private homes within the city, and the shopping center is not directly within eyesight. This kind of seems to be more of the uppity kind of, I don't know, touristy area. There's all sorts of inns and hotels and villas for you to rent out and stay. But you have to dive deeper into the city to get to the shopkeep area. But when you get there, you find some of the stuff that you're looking for. So you do find a more rangery shop. And it's called, it's a old kind of dilapidated building called Witherhold. The symbol is of this kind of black rose that has these thorns kind of spiraling out and meeting kind of in a heart shape. And it is a building that has seen better days, has cracked windows, but it has a very well upkept garden. And there is no central door to it. It is just an arch that leads into a courtyard of sorts. And in the courtyard, you can hear laughing, people discussing things, and the of arrows.
Nice. Okay. Sounds good. Is there anything else, or just that is like the main outlier that I noticed?
That's the main outlier. Were you also looking for a tavern?
Potentially. I know I didn't, like I said, I didn't want to overwhelm you with things to look for, but
Right.
yeah, if there's not anything for like the Griffin Egg place, then that's fine.
Yeah, not that you can really see, no.
Okay. Sounds good. I guess you could hand it off to Angel or Saladin.
What were you guys looking for?
I was looking for weird, gross magic things.
Okay. And what did you? I remember you rolled decent, but could you give me the exact number again?
No, you're good. I got
17,
a 30.
I think. Oh, 30-20, never mind.
So, also going through Starfall, it takes you like an hour to get through the city. It's pretty massive. You do find Witherhold, the same place. That kind of has like a dark, mysterious aura to it that you can really respect. But there is a shop that has chains as a central aesthetic to it. It has these leering gargoyles. There's like 32 gargoyles set up on the lawn of this place in different positions. One that's like pulling its cheeks back and sticking out its tongue at you. Another one is like scratching at its face and tearing its skin back to show its like skull. And it's the place is called Alex Lenter's Dark Atrocities.
Let's go. I'm going in there. This is awesome.
You walk up to the store, and as you turn the black knob, it is locked. And on the window taped up, you can see a notice that has a ton of words on it and like a map.
Is it closed, or like what kind of details can we gather from that?
So reading the notice, it says, "This property, bracket, Alex Lautner's Dark Atrocities, end bracket, has been compromised and confiscated by High Commander Diocles, first of his name, ruler of the Rian Empire, due to treason period. If you find Alex Laudner, the owner of this residence, whose description is long black hair, pale skin, half-elven features, wielding a long black spear, please report him to the local authorities immediately. He was last seen right outside of Mistvale, and there's a map kind of boxing off a region in it. Consider him armed and highly dangerous, with a proficiency with enchantment magic and mind control.
Ooh, that's
Okay, I'm gonna
basically
pick the lock. I'm gonna pick the lock of the shop and see if I can get in.
You have
Or
a
is
lock.
it-
You
or
have
is
a
it
speed
Locked,
tool.
or is it like just open but it has notice on the door?
It is locked, and the windows are dark.
Okay. I'm gonna try to pick the lock then.
Okay, yeah.
You have thieves tools.
I do have these tools.
Okay.
I got an 11.
You got an 11? All right. As you fiddle in with this lock, it is just sort of a rotating mechanical piece. It's pretty simple, and your confidence swells as you hit the first 3 pins, and then you hear a, "Excuse me, what do you think you're doing?" And you panic and snap, breaking the thieves' tools, and you spin around looking, and there is a guard sitting there, kind of a brass deputy badge pinned on his tourniquet.
Oh,
Is
I'm
it-
not looking for any trouble. I just left some of my belongings in here. The perpetrator was a good friend of mine, and we hung out a lot. And I was here at his store, and I simply left my things in there. And since I've come back, I didn't realize it was locked. So I'd appreciate you letting me inside and help me get my stuff. It's just a small bag.
He's
So-
not convinced.
Are you telling me that you're good friends with a traitor?
Yeah, and I'll even help you find him.
Make a persuasion check.
You mean a deception?
Oh yeah,
Alright.
deception check. This would be deception.
Yeah.
T1.
Well, I'll be happy to get your stuff once you come back to the barracks for some questioning.
Oh, that's fine. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
All right, come with me then. And
I'm
he
so
doesn't
glad
handcuff
that
you. He
was-
just kind of leads you. He kind of gestures for you to step into the street, and he kind of walks behind you and is going to kind of corral you, chauffeur you over to the barracks.
Oh, I'm.
And then you dimension
And
door.
okay. On the way over, I'm gonna ask him if he's heard of the serial killer Angel Animus before.
They don't know about us in this.
Well, I'm gonna make sure that they don't know.
And
You just
don't say
ask him
serial
nonchalantly.
killer.
Yeah, do you just say like, "Hey, you know serial killers?"
No, okay. I'm phrasing it. All right.
Like, what is this passing conversation that you're having? You don't just walk up to random police officers and be like, "Hey, do you know about any local serial?"
No.
killers
I'm
around
leaving
the
it. I'm
area?"
leaving it in the story.
You can't. You can't
I
just
can't
say
do this.
that.
Okay, so I say me and my friend were looking for this guy. We wanted to catch him because he killed my parents and my family. Me and the traitor guy. But then he betrayed me and tried to kill me.
What's his name again?
I personally forgot, but
No, as in like you're
Okay.
coming up.
wait, oh, my name.
Yeah.
Okay. So I say, oh yeah, like the guy, Angel Animus.
Well, I don't, but if we ask you a couple questions, we can put out a notice for him. Sounds pretty dangerous, especially considering that you're friends with Alex Lautner.
Yeah, Alex was helping me get him because we were friends, but then he betrayed me and ran off with my thing. So I'm assuming it's for the shop, which is why I wanted him to get in there.
He opens up the creaking metal door to the barracks and kind of ushers you inside. The barracks, as you enter it, is an incredibly roomy area. It's this massive dining hall type thing with all kinds of different guards lounging about, playing cards with each other, with a huge metal desk planted in the center of the room, with all sorts of different guard captains kind of all around it, pointing at various different things, receptionists and people running back and forth with papers. It's a war room of sorts. And as this guy...
I'm just imagining Angel giving like a full description of himself, of the serial killer. He's like...
As he kind of ushers you in, the deputy kind of whistles and points to some guards. And as they kind of look up from their cars, they roll their eyes and throw them down and stand up and join him in escorting you over to a side room. They bring you into an interrogation room, which just has a wooden desk up against a wall that you kind of sit at, facing the rest of them. The doors behind the guards as they talk to you. And there is this glass wall that kind of separates you, and you can see into the hallway where guards kind of walk back and forth. I think we should get ourselves properly introduced. My name's Deputy Declan, and what's your name?
I'm John Cal. It's very nice to meet you.
Make a deception check.
All right, that is a 13.
John Cal, friend of Alex. So, can you just start from the very beginning? How long did you know Alex?
Oh, I'm assuming it's a good 2 years since we met a good while ago. I'm not one for keeping much time, but as I remember it, that's how it went.
As you speak, one of the guards is writing things down in this big leather book. And you can see on the back end of it, the book is titled File, and then his fingers kind of cover up the file number. But it's titled Alex Lettner, and he's like halfway through the book, and you can see there's different like numbers and like ribbons sticking out of it. Apparently it's a pretty like in-depth case that you've involved yourself in now. For 2 years then. And how did you meet Alex?
Oh, I used to be a patron of his as I was, well, I'm a magic user, you see, and I have a wide variety of interests, and those include several different animal species, animal parts, and magic items. So I was interested in what he had in his shop one day, and we hit it off pretty well. And ever since then, we met up pretty regularly, actually, in the shop too. And yeah, that's basically how that went.
I see.
Yeah.
Now, can you tell me anything? Did you ever learn anything about his personal life? The passing conversations you had with him, did it involve sharing of information, certain locations, perhaps any activities that Alex was doing at the time?
He was very, very shy with those details. As I remember, we were simply partners. Possibly for good reason he was shy, because I see now that he's become a traitor.
Declan kind of raises an eyebrow and looks at one of his other friends, and they nod and write it down. You get the sense that is contradictory to what they know in their little report. All right. Now, when you shopped at Alex's place, did you ever notice anything bizarre happening in the back room of the shop, by any chance?
Back room? What back room?
There's another knowing look as there's a second contradiction to... And one of the last questions that I have for you is, I forgot to ask, where's your hometown?
Oh, I'm from God's Grief, actually. I've traveled a long way.
John of God's Grief. I can hear it in your accent, actually. That makes a bit more sense to me. And why would someone from God's Grief be visiting Starfall for the last 2 years? You move up here for family, or...?
Oh no, I'm an adventurer. I travel all the time, and I meet a wide variety of people.
Ah, I see. I see then. Well, that makes a bit more sense. There's many other adventurers that kind of crossed into Alex's path. Do you know, as he gestures, one of the guards pulls out a piece of paper from the book and slides it forward. And you can see there's this pencil sketch drawing of a girl. She's like, looks maybe 10. Are you familiar with this face by any chance? Or with the name Tabitha?
Tabitha. I'm not quite sure. I've seen one that looked relatively similar to her in the past.
How long ago was this?
About 6-7 months ago.
6-7 months ago. And where did you see her? Or someone that looks like her?
Oh, in the previous town. Forgive me, I've forgotten what it's called, but I believe I saw someone who looked like her there.
In the previous town, and you forgot where this place is.
Oh yes, like I said.
Now, I'd ask you to search your memory a bit more thoroughly, since this is a missing girl that we're looking for, and her life could stake on whether she was last seen. So I'd implore you to search a bit further, and try to remember, what was the last town that you saw this?
Oh my god. My guy doesn't even remember what this guy's name is. That's hilarious.
Okay.
Josh, with his goldfish memory, be like, oh, I don't know. I don't even remember my
No,
name.
what was the previous? I feel like I wouldn't know that because my memory is stupid. But what about Angel?
I know, but like, okay, like
It's
how stupid of a character is Angel?
He has a PhD.
Angel
That's
Angel
true.
doesn't have a memory. He literally has a
So,
in like
so,
magic.
Josh, the last town we were in was in Mistvale.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So Angel leans over and says, "I believe that town would be Mistvale, if I'm correct."
Mr. Vale.
Yes, sir, that's right.
A third knowing glance. Alright. Well,
Yeah.
hold on one moment, and I'll be right back with you. As he
Even I
picks
could
himself up.
spot the inaccuracies of what you were saying, Josh.
Another man closes his book, and they step outside and close the door. You can see them kind of walk down the hall, talking with each other, kind of through gesture.
Okay, so I look around the room. How many people are there right now?
You are alone in the room.
Completely alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Anything interesting about the room, like while I'm here?
No, it's an interrogation room.
It's a whitewashed
Pretty
brick
smart,
wall to
yeah.
one side, a wooden wall to one side with a kind of glass window at hip height, and a wooden door. The window looks out into the rest of the hall, and you can see on the opposite side an empty interrogation room, almost identical to the one that you're in.
Okay. And there's just no one here, like it's all empty right now.
As you look out the window, every couple of seconds, there's a guard that walks past in the hallway.
But just dimension door out of there if you wanted to.
I've used up all my spell slots for dimension door.
okay.
Gotta be creative, bro. Plus, I don't think I'm done with this.
You
Scene
got
yet.
yourself into this mess. How are you gonna get yourself out of it?
I'm John Cal, remember?
Yeah.
Put down the wiki.
No.
My name's John Cal.
John Cal. Alright, let me see what I can do here. Okay, and if I were to make like a spell glyph on like one of the like floor panels or something, how long would that take? Is that like 5 hours or like?
So it's an ability that you have. So go to
Yeah.
Wizard. I think it's 10 minutes per spell slot.
Oh, okay. Can I do an insight check to see like how long they'll be outside?
I don't think so, because there's no real way to gauge what they are doing right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go up to one of like the floor tiles, like, and that's like right next to like the entrance to the door. And I'm gonna do a level 1 charm person lift onto the threshold of the door.
On the door?
On like the threshold, like okay, so like as soon as like you walk in, like you're gonna like step on it.
Okay.
And the activation is if someone moved over it.
Okay. So are you opening the door and like carving it into the ground?
Like not like on the outside, but like on the inside of the door.
Like just within the door. Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic. You pull out a piece of chalk and you start drawing it out, right?
Make it like as small as possible, so like they don't walk in and be like, "Whoa, what is that?"
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
Make a sleight of hand check. They're not in the hallway. They've walked off.
Okay.
You saw them leave.
I got a natural 20 on the sleight of hand.
Nice. You are able to against the grain of this wooden floor, carve with a piece of charcoal this very dark indentation into the ground, and you disguise it by putting in like patterns on the ground, like just throughout the rest of the room, so it just looks like a stain, just like over a quick glance. It doesn't appear out of the ordinary.
Nice.
Only upon further investigation would you be able to identify it.
I kind of peek outside. Are they there, or are they still?
You peek out and you see them walking back towards you, and the lead deputy kind of like makes eye contact with you and cocks his head. Like,
I kind of peek out and like wave at.
Yep. The man with the book is kind of right behind him, and he's walking very quickly. There's less people now. It's just the deputy, bookman, and another dude.
Okay. I quickly am like, why'd you guys take so long? I almost left. I was waiting on you guys.
As they walk in and shut the door, there's this slight sound that only you can hear, imperceptible amongst the creaking floorboards. This slight sound. Well, as he closes the door, we had a couple issues with your story that I was going to talk to you about, but not actually sitting down with you. I don't really think it's that big of a deal, honestly. As he looks at the guy with the book, and the chronicler is like, "What on earth are you talking about? This is a huge." Actually, no, I don't think so. I mean, everything that you said is clearly the truth, and we compared it to the notes from before, and there's some blatant lies. But like, I mean, you're just covering for your friend, and I honestly think that you just shouldn't be involved in the investigation at all. I think you're free. Yeah, go ahead and go. As he opens up the door. Excuse me, deputy. He's clearly one of his acolytes. He's lied to us, the official city guard of Starfall, on multiple occasions, and we have documented it. Oh, what document? Can I see that for just a second? As he takes it. Oh, you mean this documentation? This right here? Quick, this. This is mine now. Here, you keep it. As he gives it to you.
Okay.
Just
in his pocket.
You're free to go. Listen here. And this is the only time I'll tell you this, Adrian. For 3 years, I've had it up to here, and you just leave as their conversation kind of disappears.
Or no, I poke my head back in and I ask for his whole like chronicler's book.
No, the Chronicle has it. There's like 3 guys in here, so you can't do that.
Yeah, the chronicler has it.
No, like I asked for it from the general guy that I just charmed.
Declan?
I asked Declan, hey, can I have that guy's charm book for just a second? I just want to look at a few things.
Sure, I don't see why not. Hey, can he give the... Absolutely not. Excuse... What is going on? And now the third guard is like, Declan, you're acting a bit odd. Are you feeling okay? And, it's starting to become a bit of a commotion since... I feel perfectly fine. I'm just trying to help out my friend here. You're friends with this man in a criminal investigation. How dare you, Declan? This is so unbecoming of you.
Can I elbow Declan? Can I please get the book, please? That interests me.
Yeah, just give him the book. I mean, I don't see what the problem is. He's not part of the investigation anymore. I tore out his page. He should be fine. And
So
at this point, there's like a couple of guards have stopped outside, are now peering through the window as they see the chronicler like gesturing violently. I mean, and honestly, he might be able to help us. He's friends with the murderer, so like, that seems like a pretty helpful tool to have, you know? Yes, exactly. He's friends with a murderer. He's kidnapped and maybe killed a child. And you want to give him the file on his friend? Absolutely not. You're bringing... Hold on. We just need to lower the room temperature a bit. I don't see why you're so beat up about it. He's fine. Look at him. As he gestures towards you. Horns out. Red eyes, bleeding slightly. He seems like an approachable guy. I do not understand where the problem comes from.
I look at Declan and say, this is racism, isn't it?
That is what it is. Thank you, John. It's racism. That's what it is.
So I'm now going to cast Charm Person on the Chronicler.
Okay, so you begin audibly like, I was too low. Okay.
Why? That's like...
Great. And the chronicler says, what are you trying to... I'd like to apologize for what I said about this before. Here. As he gives you this thing. The third guard says, excuse me, there's some... He draws a sword. I need you to come with me right now. I don't know what you did to our friends. Chief! Chief! He begins hollering down the...
I put my hand on his shoulder and I cast Inflict Wounds at level 3.
Roll for damage. Roll damage.
Alright. I gotta find... Wait.
But doesn't that break his concentration?
Oh, wait a second. If you casting Charm Person... Wait, does Charm Person require concentration?
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't. Let's look it up.
I didn't think it did.
I think it does.
does.
So now
Okay, so-
Declan is not charmed anymore.
So it just goes, oh.
So now the other guy's charmed.
So instead of
Yeah.
that, I'm now gonna cast Charm Person at level 2 so I can get the guard and Declan again.
Okay. So Declan has to remake his saving throw. Cool. Captain, I don't see what all the trouble is. Do you understand? No, I don't understand it either. I mean, he's been incredibly cooperative with all of this. And he might be able to give very insightful clues to the case. I mean, he is friends with the murderer. Yeah, he's friends with the murderer, and he said that he knows where the murder victim is and won't tell us. That seems just like a helpful fella. Yes, absolutely. I understand why I was freaking out before, but you just need to come around to the other side of this, Dova. Like, relax for just a moment. And you're casting Inflict Wounds on him now?
No. I chose not to do that. Instead, I just cast Charm Person on Declan and the guard again.
Okay, yeah.
If it worked.
Oh, I thought you cast Charm Person on Declan and the Chronicler.
So the Chronicler already had it.
No,
And I just-
Declan already had
Oh,
it.
because it took up. Okay. I'll change that to like a level 3 then, and just get
Okay,
all three
great.
of
So now the guard also has to.
them. Okay.
Pure chaos.
That's a 3.
My favorite.
So as he draws his sword and says, Captain, you should really come check out this swell guy. I've never seen a more cooperative murder suspect in my whole career as city
I
guard.
lean over and I kind of have the chronicler's book in one hand, and so I kind of lean over. Hey, can I see your sword for a second?
Oh, this
I just
sword?
wanna, like, check it out.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I
It seems like
I need
pretty
it. I need it back though. You're gonna give it back to me?
We'll get it back. Don't worry.
Okay, yes.
I just want to look at it.
Spins it around, handle first.
Yeah. So I kind of pick it up, and then I just leave with the sword and the book.
Okay. So as you strut out, the all your guard friends are coming with you. As they go past the barracks, now like everyone's like quiet and they're like watching you, and like because they're confused. And as you begin to leave, hey, wait a second, I need my sword back. It's for my job.
Oh, sorry. That's
Yes,
a funny
and
one.
I actually do need that. I do need that book actually as well. I can't just have you leave it.
You really don't, because you have all that in your head because you're such a smart person, aren't you?
You know, I'm flattered, and that's why we're such good friends. But I don't remember everything, and that book isn't mine, so I really should be having it back. You're allowed to look at it, though, I suppose, but, like, you can't just leave with it.
Oh, well, why don't you just come with me so I don't have to give it back to you? I'm with the book on it. How about that?
But I can't just leave my job. Like, I'm stationed here for the next
it's
3
really
days.
It is your job, isn't it? Like, you're supposed to help with the guards and get all the
That's right.
tactical-
Yeah, that's right.
You can do that.
I'm trying to find a murderer, you know.
Exactly. There
Yeah,
you go.
your best friend, the murderer, yeah.
Exactly.
So gonna have the book back.
Oh no, as long as you come with me, because we're doing this as a team, right?
But I'm stationed here at the barracks. I can't
Oh, yeah,
leave.
I won't leave the town. Don't worry.
No, I can't leave the barracks. I'm supposed to be here just in case we find any more suspects. Like you, remember that?
Well, technically, I'm not a suspect, am I?
Yeah, that's right.
That's very good. So has everyone else just left, or is it just like the chronicler that's following you?
No, the Chronicler, the One Guard, and Declan are still there. And there's also, you're in the main foyer of the barracks, and there's like guards playing cards, war chiefs and captains around the metal desk. Still, they've just kind of sussed you out a little bit, and they're like eyeing you over their shoulder. So seriously, man, like, come on. I don't want to lose my job just because I loaned you the book for a day.
Okay. So Angel like stops walking and kind of sits there like waiting for the pages. I'll be done in just a second. It's okay.
Yeah. Go ahead. Take your time.
Thank you. I really appreciate that, by the way. And now I'm gonna cast invisibility.
Okay. So casting invisibility drops the charm persons and makes you go invisible. Okay.
Yeah.
Make a stealth check with advantage.
Crap. I rolled.
You rolled 2d20s.
Wait. Okay. Okay. This is with advantage. I rolled a
Mhm.
2.
Yeah, so roll 2d20s.
I
You,
did.
with the 2, multiple things happen all at once. I'm gonna tell them in the most entertaining way possible, I think.
Okay.
First of all, what happens first is that you lose concentration on the charm person spell to begin casting the invisibility spell. So there's a
So
split
wait,
second.
you rolled 2, not 1.
No, I rolled a 2 for the first time and a 3 for the second time. And because I have a -1 in dexterity, that's a 2.
So, comprehension dawns upon their face as you're casting invisibility spell. And by the way, invisibility is not very subtle. You literally go, Shamalamina, Hikadalida. Like, it's not, like, on the down low. So, and then, as they begin to shout, hey, wait a minute! There's no sound, there's no wind up, you just disappear. and they immediately begin like scanning for you. And with confidence, sword in one hand, book in the other, you turn around and run headfirst into another guard that was walking in behind you. And as you stumble back, you feel your nose break, the guard falls down, and the book skitters across the stone and now hits underneath a table. And Declan, the chronicler, and the guards you charmed immediately begin shouting, "Hey, we got an enchanter here! He's working with Alex Deckler!" As they draw swords. And all the other guards start, like, flipping out. They're like, wait, what? Declan pulls out a whistle and begins blowing it, and it has this very, like, tinny sound to it that echoes throughout the chamber. And, yeah, now chaos is now erupted throughout the entire place. What do you do?
I'm just
Roll
gonna
for
head.
initiative.
I'm invisible, right?
You are invisible, yes.
Okay, so I'm just gonna flip. I guess into the crowd. I don't know. Is there okay? How far away is the book from me?
It's like 60 feet away.
Or is anyone in the way of it? Or do I have like?
Yeah,
direct
it's
line to
under. It's slid under a table right now, and it's at a guard's feet as they're standing up and looking around. The guard currently, the one that's closest to him, is like quickly eating a couple things and like drawing his sword as he's standing up from the table.
Okay. Is invisibility concentration?
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. What breaks the concentration? If I stab someone, will that break the concentration?
No.
No, but invisibility is a unique spell, and you lose invisibility if you attack someone. It's the only spell that does that, though.
Okay. So what kind of checks would I have to make to like weasel my way through and grab the book and then leave?
Stealth checks?
Okay.
Yeah, so you have advantage.
Okay, I'll do that. And how many stealth checks would that be?
Just one.
One. Okay. Alright, I got an 8.
You got an 8? Okay. So in the chaos, people are standing up, cards go flying everywhere. You kind of slip on one of the cobblestones and topple into the table that you're going for, reaching for the book. Everyone watches as this table just falls over. I think he's invisible! Says a bunch of guards as they begin crowding around the table. You pick up the book, but I'm going to have multiple people attack you. You're invisible, so they have disadvantage. Okay, that's a... No. That's a 10.
Not it.
Yeah. That's an 11. And I'll have one last one. Ooh, that's a 13.
That does it.
Doesn't he have a 14 AC?
I have a 12 AC.
Oh, okay.
Upgrades, people. Upgrades. So you take 7 points of slashing damage as this guy just kind of, they blindly begin, 3 guards pull swords and just begin hacking at the space near the table. And one of them, as they like, as you stand up, they lift their sword back and accidentally stab you in the shoulder. But they don't seem to notice and pull it out just as quickly and begin stabbing him. Now there's blood there, and they're like, "Oh, we nicked him! We nicked him!"
So I put a hand over the bleeding, and I like move like as far away from the area that I was in as possible.
Right. Yep. And being invisible, they are not able to track you as you slowly leave the area and return to the normal, calm outer city of Starfall. That was a silly encounter.
That was amazing. I really appreciate that. So, what's the book called that I add to my inventory now?
Yeah, it is the case file. Yeah, case file of Alex Lenter.
How do you spell its name?
Alex.
Alex? Alex?
Lent. ER.
All right.
Cool.
Nice. So I try to go find Bearskin or Saladin at this point.
Okay.
Saladin, were you investigating anything?
I think I'm gonna investigate and see if there are any possible areas where we could find a nuke, because of what the ghost told us.
Find a
What?
nuke? A
Yeah.
nuclear weapon?
Yeah,
You're looking for a nuclear weapon in Starfall?
theoretically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, make an investigation check.
He already did.
Oh, I did.
Oh, you already
Let me
did.
see. It was 17.
17. As you begin wandering around, you kind of have an ADHD moment because you're looking for a nuclear device until it dawns on you that even if you knew what that was, you don't know where you would find it here in the city. And
Yeah.
wait, what were you looking for again? And that's it.
A nice hotel.
A nice hotel. That's what you were looking for, a nice hotel. Yeah, you find a pretty good hotel. You find
Like,
Nice hotels, nuclear bombs. Kind of confused these days, you know.
You find
There you go.
Blarica's Chateau is the name of this very, very nice kind of villa-style building that's right on the outskirts of town next to the walls. These slanted red roofs. Beautiful olive tree growing in the courtyard right behind it. It's got a pool and bathhouse. Very, very nice.
That looks nice. I think that's where we're gonna stay.
Cool.
Yep.
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm not selling the egg I have. I have an
Okay.
egg, right?
Yes, you do.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you were given it.
It's lunch for tomorrow.
Um,
In the
Yeah.
meantime, I'll probably enter into that building
Okay.
and yeah.
You enter into Witherhold, and as you enter, there seems to be like some sort of festival. There's all kinds of small little flags. There's a jousting bar set up. There's people in an archery range firing at targets. There's cheering and the clinking of mugs together. And as you kind of walk in, everyone kind of looks at you and stops. And like this kind of silence just kind of creeps over the entire place as they all kind of like look at you. And then they all kind of cheer, "Hey!" And they point at you, and the crowd parts, and all of them are pointing at another Harangon who looks like very confused. Hey! And they're doing like the double take thing. And
Yeah.
the other Harangon like looks over at you and points and goes, "Ho ho!"
Oh. And so I kind of perk up. I'm like, sweet. So
Yeah.
I'll walk over towards him.
And he kind of comes galloping towards you, just kind of like leaping over himself. As he runs up to you and kisses you right on the cheek. And what languages do you know? As he begins.
Damien, I think that's the language that you said Harangon speak. But
Yep, that's right.
Yeah. So.
He begins speaking to you in Damien. He says, "Oh, hello! It has been too long since I've seen one of you. How long have you been in the city?"
I replied, "We just arrived earlier today."
"Beautiful! What is your name, furry one?"
My name's Hairchicken. And then I do, and then I from the 2 silver Coelho, I do my arms unchained and all that.
Yeah. He does the
Yeah,
greeting right back
unchained.
at you. I'm Duja. Pleasure to see you. As you're looking at him, he has like the same kind of brown fur as you, but he has like random black spots kind of throughout his coat, and he's definitely sort of older. He's that kind of like longer. His fur kind of he has facial hair, which I don't really know how to describe. He has like kind of long, like a long pointed, like tuft of fur coming off his chin.
Yeah, like Shifu kind of.
Yeah, Shifu.
Kung Fu
There you
Panda.
go.
Yeah.
He's that Shifu hair, and his long ears are kind of pulled back and tied up by a long piece of rope. So it kind of looks like it's a ponytail, but it's just his ears pulled out of his face.
Nice.
Well, welcome to the Patchworkers Guild. I am happy to accept you if you wish to join.
Oh, nice. I'm not necessarily interested in any guild at the moment. I'm actually part of an adventuring party, as you know, exploring the world.
Ah,
This
yes.
is my duty.
Many trials come with working with others. I have found companionship here.
Nice. And I kind of look around and see. So, what sort of business do you run here?
Business.
Or, I mean, not business, guild. Sorry, that's what I meant. Guild.
Well, I do not know much, but we are not really much of a business, more of a club. We used to be a tanner's guild, I think, but now we hunt for sport and search for good companions. I am a newer recruit. I joined last year.
Oh, nice. Sounds good. Then, who's in charge of this guild? Who's kind of
Yes. Our leader at the moment is a bit busy. He apparently has a business trip of some sort.
I see. Okay. Sounds good. I was simply passing along. Is there, as always, I'm interested in increasing my armament. Is there any, I know this, you said this is not a business, but is there anything for sale around here, or would you like to show me more of this fine location, establishment?
I can definitely show you about Witherhold, but we have no official place of commerce here. Feel free to trade with any of the members, and perhaps they will sell some of their armament to you.
Excellent. So I'll swap back to common, I guess, and kind of embrace them side by side and ask him to direct me around.
All right,
Or
yeah.
I should say in common. Then show me your friend.
As you say that, the other weird-looking character. The rest of these people are like halflings, humans. Maybe an elf here or there. But the other bizarre character is this tall red dragonborn. Kind of steps up to you. He's incredibly tall. Has these very veiny neck, like kind of is bulging out from the rest of his body. He's very like oddly proportioned. These massive shoulders as he steps up to you. I'm glad that Dujan could finally have a friend here, huh? As he kind of reaches down and like ruffles his ears as he like kind of swats at him. The size difference is adorable. It's
Yeah.
yeah, there's clearly some friendship there.
Nice.
My name is Galarond, and I'm second in command here. Been running this place since we were a Tanner's Guild about 30 years ago. Happy to see what it's become today, though. Fighting against tyranny and all that, and drinking good beer while we do it.
Tyranny, I asked, with an eyebrow raised.
Yeah, that's right. it's no secret that we're not exactly big fans of Diocles' takeover, and we haven't been quiet about it either. It's kind of reached the point where we're kind of the civil disobedient servants, in a sense, you know.
I see.
We've become so vocal about it that silencing us would kind of prove our point more than anything, so we've been protesting the regime of late, but I don't know how much further it'll go. Still, happy that we've been doing it, and we'll continue to do it until help arrives from the outside.
Interesting. Well, our friends, I have some friends who are simply passing through the area, but if I can lend my aid in any way.
Well, I mean, there are many things that you can help us with. Are you familiar with the situation here? It is god-awful.
No, like I said, me and my friends are simply passing by at the moment.
Ugh.
We have no inclination towards another direction at the moment.
Honestly, the state of the city is just Falconian. Diocles has coordinated with, with the criminal underbelly of the city. Before Diocles took over, we fought against them. Particularly, there's a particular cartel, a mafia family, the bishops here. And the bishops have coordinated with this new military force and have effectively taken over the entire place. All taxes and all the mints and banks go through them now. We can't understand why, but I think it's just some sort of demented power move.
Are the bishops local, or are they something from other towns?
They're local, all right. They used to be a lot bigger, but apparently some of the other mafia family cut them down to size a while ago. I think they're just in Starfall for all I know, but they've been scum for quite a while. We've been trying to undermine them for a long time now, and on a couple occasions we've been able to arrest some of them, but they always got back out of jail. There's always some sort of fall man that would cover for them. Recently, we were able to arrest Jacob Bishop. He's a real serial killer around these parts. Just an absolute freak to all the denizens and good citizens here. But apparently we arrested the wrong guy.
Interesting. Do you know of other individuals in the higher-ups of the Mafia?
Well, I mean, yeah. It really is no secret who's for the Mafia and who's not. You can tell from their suits and cigars, and even by their accent, you can tell that they're not from around here. They're from the Don Islands. I think all of them are. I don't really know the history behind that. The big one is the cat. Nikolai Bishop. If you see a hairless tabaxi around here, that's your guy. We haven't been able to really do much to stop him. But don't get the wrong idea. We're not here to assassinate any of these people. We want them to be brought to justice by the will of the people.
See.
Other than
gaze
that,
off into a distance, kind of thinking about that, but and then get roped back into the conversation.
there's Nikolai the cat, Jacob, who's the real muscle of the group, and then they have their own sort of group of shock troops. They have their own sort of elite party that they terrorize us with. We just call them the Freaks. They are all sorts of weird magic users and psychics and...
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
There's about 6 of them, but I think one of them died recently. That wasn't us. But, man, I wish I could shake hands with the person who did it. Yeah, they're never always in one place, and if they are, something bad is going down. But we can give out we have a set of trading cards, if you want to have them. Just some playing cards with their faces on them if you want to identify them out in the field.
Keep an eye out for them.
Yeah.
Sure. I'll take a couple or a few, I guess.
Hey, Lily, got any of those playing cards? And this young halfling girl, maybe like 16, comes running up, 3 crossbows on her belt as she opens up a satchel. Yeah, I got some stuff right here. Here you go. She hands you a deck of cards bound up by like a hair tie.
Take them, unravel them, and flip open through.
Yep. You fan through them, and it's a set of playing cards that have been stamped in a printing press, while all the face cards have their own unique kind of portrait that's been hand-painted over the original design.
Okay. I'll try and like intensely look at each one to try and memorize or at least recognize certain features that I will be able to pick from like the crowd
Okay.
or individuals.
I'll DM you those that stuff real quick.
Okay, sounds good. Just in general to keep an eye on.
Nah.
My character would probably be able to like recognize them out throughout the crowd because I'm pretty perceptive when it comes to that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Sounds good. But I also, so I thank her and say, well, my goal here wasn't necessarily to lead a revolution, though I am totally for it if the time calls. My friend and fellow kind, Dujair, I think that's what his name was, also said that you guys were up for trading armaments. I have some if you guys are interested in trade.
I've gathered somewhat of a collection myself, but I don't think that we're exactly the right size category for stuff.
I'm not necessarily looking for weapons, just more arrows and other materials of interest.
Oh, funny enough, I'm somewhat of an archer myself. I could give you some stuff.
Sounds good.
All right. He kind of leads you over to another part of the stronghold. Stronghold is like the remnants of some castle. It was like some superstructure that they were building that construction sort of just died out for it. So you can see there are like wooden rafters that are kind of support nothing. There's just kind of bricks that build up and then end with no more mortar in sight. It's dilapidated, not entirely from disregard, although that's definitely a part of it, but mainly just because it's an unfinished building that they've kind of housed themselves in. And he goes over to his room. It's this kind of found in a tower, very small circular room. And on the bed, he fans out a couple leather satchels and spills out multiple different kinds of arrows, a crossbow or two, a bow, some knives, and animal skins.
Okay.
What are you looking for in particular?
I'm not necessarily looking for anything particularly, just other arrows that could aid. As an adventurer, I come across many dangerous foes, and so anything that can increase my survivability is always a welcome. Or I guess survival chances would be the better word.
Your survivability, huh? Well, I do got something. And this belonged to a good friend of mine until he moved a couple cities across, as he reaches in and pulls out this thick leather belt that has this sort of like black diamond pattern across it. Now, maybe I'm a bit pessimistic by showing you this, but getting knocked out isn't fun. And especially if you're fighting some sort of monster or something like that, they'll show no remorse to you once you're defenseless like that. And unless you got a friend nearby, you're pretty screwed. This thing will help guard you when you're down to kind of guarantee your safety for the long run. It doesn't save your life, but it protects it while you still got it. I think he called it a martyr's belt or something like that. Give that a look as he tosses it to you.
Okay. I guess I can cast Identify on it.
Okay. Yeah, it is a Belt of the Martyr. Requires attunement. And while you are unconscious, you gain +5 to your AC.
It's pretty good. Okay. Is that all, or?
Yep, and that's all that belt does.
Okay. And what about the arrows? Is there?
I've got a couple arrows, some more precise ones. These are just kind of made out of some random materials that I've found, just trying to experiment with things. If you're looking for more of a punch, though, I've got just the thing, but be careful. As he pulls out 2 arrows that end in these glass bulbs that have this green liquid sloshing around in them.
Yeah. Similar to those arrows that I had purchased previously at that one magic shop, where as soon as they hit, they had like an AoE effect. It had that
yeah.
teleportation arrow and that fireball arrow. Yeah.
This is pretty simple. These are just alchemist fire arrows. Now, alchemist fire you can extinguish, and it's pretty explosive and volatile once you first set it off. And the only way you can get rid of it is just kind of let it die down. I think there actually is some substance out there. I actually think you need sulfur to put it out or something, but let me tell you, if you hit someone in the face with this, they're not getting back up. I'm gonna be willing to sell these. I've been holding on for them for a rainy day, but rain days have come and gone and I've never used them. So,
How much are you interested in selling them for?
I got these for a decent amount, so I'd be willing to sell them for about that price. How about 300 gold each?
Sure. I have that money.
For both? I'm impressed, little man.
Well, as adventurers, we come across much wealth as well as challenges, so...
Man, I wish I had the free
600
time
gold
to
is-
go out and find things.
Fair enough. Alright, so I'll add 2 alchemist arrows to my inventory.
Yep.
Okay. And how much for that belt are you interested in?
I'd say 750.
That now it's a bit out of my price range at the moment, but I may have other people in the future be interested in purchasing that. I also have came across the griffin in our recent travels, and I heard that some of their feathers are useful in crafting arrows, as I know. Is anyone in this place interested in purchasing them, or?
I'd actually be interested in that. I like collecting odd arrows, even if they're not that practical. It's sort of just a hobby of mine. As he kind of gestures to some of the other arrows that he's made out of like glittering rocks and stuff.
And I'll pull out the 18 griffin arrows that I have and see if he's interested in purchasing them. Should I make like an appraisal check on these, or?
He'd make an appraisal check. You can always do an appraisal check too. Yeah, well, do an appraisal check. He'll do an appraisal check, and you'll meet in the middle.
Nice. Not very high, but I'm also not one to necessarily.
Wow.
no.
Yeah. They're a lot bigger than I thought they would be. How about how many you got?
18.
18? I'll take 12 for 6 gold.
Sure.
Sounds good to me.
Okay.
Gives you the 6 gold.
Yeah. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else of interest. No. Fair enough. Alright, well, I will let you guys know if I come across these mobsters, and let me know if you guys need my assistance. I'm sure Jujar can let you people know of the Order of Terminops.
Nice. Yeah, I'll ask him sometime.
Yes. Well, thank you for the business and the information. I've been on quite a journey, and since that recent Griffin encounter, my party is definitely interested in spending the night at this place. So we'll probably, if you need me, you can probably find me at a local tavern or inn. And I sort of salute him and make my way back out.
Yep. He raises his chin at you and pounds his chest twice and... Pleasure meeting you.
Yeah.
We'll probably talk again sometime.
Sounds good. All right, and then I guess I'll see if we can make our way to the inn, or I think you said what was it? Blerica's Chatel?
Yeah, Blerica's Chappelle. Or Chateau, sorry.
Chateau.
Chappelle.
No?
There you go. Those are the cards
People.
from the Patchworkers Guild. And I actually have artwork for some of these characters, and I'm questioning if I should show you the artwork, or I should only show the artwork if you meet the person. I think I'm going to go with the latter.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I'm not necessarily expected to be like, oh yeah, these guys walk around normally, and, people they're like everyday citizens that you can notice. I'm guessing they'll probably be a lot more shady, hooded, and whatnot. So, okay. Fair enough. And, yeah. I guess we can spend the night at the Chateau, or
Nice.
Shadow.
The Chateau is...
Chateau.
Saladin was looking for the nicest place, and it is the nicest place. And it comes at quite a price. A whopping 12 gold a night.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. Anyway.
As I easily leap over 600 gold. 12 gold? Oh, that's too much.
Ugh.
Alright, well, we can stay here, or we can try and find another location if you guys want.
I'm good for staying here. I really don't care, honestly.
Yeah?
It's better than that last hotel, am I right?
Hey Josh, look at this guy.
Yeah,
Yeah, you're right.
fair enough.
Look
So yeah, we can spend the night here.
Alright.
What do you think about that, Josh? Isn't that a fun guy?
Which guy? Wait, let me see. Oh, that guy. Cat boy.
Catman. I
yeah.
love him.
Catman.
Catman.
Very swell gentleman. I'm not gonna lie, bro.
Okay. So yeah, we paid the 12 gold,
Yep.
and
Gotta pay the
spend the
troll
night here.
toll to get into that boy's hole.
What?
Hey yo.
I said boy's soul. What did you guys hear?
What?
Gotta pay the troll toll to get into the boy's soul.
I heard it, yeah.
Wait, is that from Always a Sunny in Philadelphia?
Yeah, it is.
Dude, I remember this.
You gotta
Dude, I
pay
started
the troll toll to get into the boy's soul.
Dude, I started
Nice.
watching that show like a few months ago, and it's the greatest decision of my entire life.
Yeah, it's a great show. Okay. I think we're gonna call it here. Good sesh.
For the session,
For the
Oh, do we
session.
level up or not?
What level are you guys?
12.
12.
12?
And we
think
haven't
I'm-
leveled up.
Nah.
I'm
No.
9.
I don't think we'll. You could have Saladin level up, but I don't think we should
Yeah.
necessarily.
Griffin fight was fun though.
Yeah.
It was.
The DM moment to pull back the curtain. I'm like, oh yeah, because I have I've started doing things where I have behaviors with all the monsters, so I can RP them better. And it's like, oh, griffins, like they see a sheep and they pick them up, like go 90
Yeah.
feet up and just drop them, and then just eat whatever's left over. But I didn't. I'm like, oh yeah, feather fall. I'm like, darn. Well, it was a cool moment nonetheless.
Well,
And,
I mean, that's my reaction of like, oh shoot, oh yeah,
Oh!
oh yeah. I mean, like, yeah, I mean, well, the bird doesn't know that. The bird doesn't.
Yeah, the
know
bird
that
doesn't know that.
Yeah, so I mean, you have to recognize like
Bird moment.
there are some things where you as a DM might know that, but the bird doesn't. So
Can we have a bird moment sound effect, please?
Yeah, we do. We already have one.
For the bird? I like the middle.
we do.
At the Millie, bird moment.
Oh, I thought.
That's bird moment.
Ugh.
I thought this was.